All right, so prepping for the test drive. Okay, so for all the early mock-ups, here's obviously coolant pipe. Got the 45, and then down here we got an aluminum 90-degree elbow, and we just got a straight sleeve. Here we'll go to there, and then we have our AC lines, which will go here. I think we went over this. Let me grab them real quick. So just have to clean them. So here's the top one here. It just cut off, and then I'll attach the hose to that. This one goes to the AC dryer, which is under here, right there. So that'll go from here to right here. That'll sit like that. All right. Trans lines I'm not using, even though this is like based off of a stock. I'm not using these fittings here. I'm just gonna run it straight to the cooler through here. And so just to remind you guys, I went to the junkyard and got the two bottom ones. I got an extra bottom one. I didn't get the one that goes from here to the radiator. I just got two of the ones that go from here to the hose, and that'll fit perfect in there, and I'll show you here in a second when I clean them. So there, let's see. The pump in, my reservoir tank, it's that dirty plastic. I need to find a better one. So I still need to install the alternator. Let's see, and I need to do the brake lines, add the brake lines. All this wiring is going to be completely redone. Right now it's just there to be able to test drive. Let's see, that's about it. Oh, power steering stuff. That's gonna go for the reservoir tank to the cooler. Just a reminder, I took a cooler off of a later Durango, a Hemi Durango. It's the trans cooler, AC condenser. I painted this silver, this the color of the truck, and that one black. Why all three different colors? I don't know, but it is what it is. Anyway, I mean, you're not going to see, you'll be able to see this much. You won't really see these ones. This one you will. And this one will be, might even be hanging kind of under the bumper a little bit. It's kind of why I painted it black, so you just wouldn't see it. Okay, kind of an update of what I'm doing. A lot of the small stuff, putting things back together, kind of it didn't film, but the radiator is fully assembled other than this top hose, and then this hose that goes to my catch can. So yeah, we got all these ran, AC lines, tranny lines, and then these with the power steering. Got the radiator fan switch hooked up. It works. And yeah. Okay, so on this thermostat housing, do you see where the blue towel is sticking out of the hose opening there? So what I did to that is I made a 90 out of it, so that because what it was doing, it came out straight, and I couldn't find good enough, how can I say, like a bunch of couplings or adapters to fit and go around the corner without it running into the intake pipe, because the intake pipe goes right over that. So I just had someone at a radiator shop just cut it and make a 90 out of that, and so it goes under the intake pipe. And that's what I did with that. there might be some on the market that by now might have that for it, but a lot of it has to do with I'm using the truck front cover for the truck, which is places the housing different, and my intake pipe is running towards the passenger side, which goes over that. So for my application, it was a little bit different than probably normal. Radiator fan works good. This lower hose here, it's just a 45-90 elbow straight adapter here. This one is 290s, and then I have an aluminum pipe in the center. That's about it, you know. I think I'm good. I hate this. I don't like that. I still don't know what I'm gonna do about it, but I can run it now. I guess I'll just have to change it out later. Yeah. All right, so let's hook this up so I can see if the charging system works while I do a temperature check. Put the top hose on, and then let's run it and see what happens. All right, so in order to fill my radiator on the Hemi swap, I tried doing it with, you know, just kind of filling it up until it gets to a certain point, and then kind of trying to burp it or bleed it, just so I can test drive it. It just keeps just spurts out just as soon as the thermostat opens up. So I'm gonna stop doing it that way, and I'm going to use this Maddox from Harbor Freight. It's a cooling system test and refill kit. So it's kind of good for one of these to have. I think this was like 75 bucks or something, but the first time using it, I've never used anything like this. It'll help you too, is, you know, it'll put pressure in the system, a vacuum in the system, and then if you have a leak, obviously it won't hold the vacuum pressure. So I mean, I got to do this vehicle too, so get the engine into this TIG one. I got to do the cooling system in that, and I have another vehicle I'm doing an engine on to sell. So I guess it'd be a good little investment. So I'm gonna try it out. I don't know. I think what you do is you kind of find the piece that fits in here. I guess I'm gonna have to use off this 42, right? And then here, I think watched a few videos on it. Let's see. See if I have you guys set up correct. Okay. And then I think what you do here is you do need an air compressor though, because it requires the air compressor to apply the vacuum pressure. Let's see. And then what you do is you stick this in this hole here. When you twist this, it expands, so it creates a suction in there. I mean, it creates pressure in there so that it'll hold the volume. I mean, it'll hold the vacuum, sorry. I guess you just twist this until it does it. And I don't know how much of fluid still in here. So in this guy here, or it's the overflow nozzle, I'm just gonna pinch this off. Hopefully that can hold up without leaking. Hopefully there's no air pressure leaking there. But all right, so I'm gonna get my air hose. Actually, I gotta put a little nozzle on this. So let me get back to, I gotta put an air nozzle on that. So now I turn this knob, put that on, turn it on. I'm trying to go to the 25. Air is gonna come out of here, and as you can see, we're getting sucked in, so the vacuum is being created.
Let me shut it off there because it doesn't, there's a leak somewhere. See, that's coming down. Where's that at? Where's that leak at? So it's right here. I don't know if you can hear it. It's hissing. So I need to clamp this better. Alright, so let's try this again. Last time it stopped around like 18. Seems like it's getting a little past that. Good. The good thing about this, I don't know if you can hear me over this, but it'll tell you if you got a leak because it won't hold pressure. So it's going past what it was. Goal is to get to 25. Alright, so just checking around to see. I'm not sure if my air compressor can get it to 25, but let's see if it holds at that 21. And if it slowly starts to leak, then there's somewhere losing some pressure. But we're gonna let that hold for about 10 minutes, or we're gonna wait for my compressor to fill back up and then see if I can get it to 25, because it doesn't look like it's losing anything out of the leak. But yeah, maybe it's just my air compressor can't get it to 25. All right, so it's holding at 20. So it's holding pressure, so that's good. So what I did here is I set this clear tube all the way down at the bottom, and then as soon as this starts getting low, then I take another container and I pour it in here. You don't want to let this get lower than that little pickup tube. Okay, so this is going to work good because it's going to kind of wedge it in there. And then whenever I need to pour in there, I can just keep filling it up. I can keep track right here. Or you can use a bucket, an open bucket. Mine just broke. I'm gonna try to get it. So then what you're gonna do is you turn this nozzle here and then let it go. Whoop, maybe jump. So and then we just kind of watch it. This pressure will go down. Since it didn't get to 25, I don't know if that's what it has to get to, or just this vehicle isn't gonna, you're supposed to only go to 20, but we'll see how this does, and then maybe we'll try to vacuum it again. Well, that's, dang, that went quick. So I got air in the system. Wasn't paying attention, but that went really, really quick. So let me go ahead and fill this back up. And then I'm gonna have to what you call it, pressurize this, because I got air in the system. So let me just turn this back on, get it back up to 20. All right, so that's almost at 0, and I still have enough in there, I think, to finish filling it to 0. See how these are not squished anymore here and here? So we just kind of got to let it keep filling up and see. Hopefully I don't have to go buy another one of these. Just pour it in there, the rest of this one. We don't want any air to get in to the vacuum part, so just got to kind of wait till it gets to 0. Maybe I need to hold it up, I'm not sure. Let's see. And that helped. So see you can kind of see some of the air bubbles coming out. That's good, I guess. So it's at 0, so I'm assuming it's done. I think what you do is you close this off. All right. Okay. And then I forgot what the video says, but you close it off, and then it doesn't tell you, but, and I think close the air. Let's see. You can unplug this. And then we can go ahead and, I think, just release the air. All right, and then let's put this down here so all that fluid drains back down. There we go. Let's see. At 0. All right, so I put this little thing here because stuff was coming out, so I just put kind of like a little drain tube in my little trash box there. So let me take this off. And then see what happens. So this air release valve, so there we go. Let me take this off. See what the level is at. We might have to top it off. All right, seems like it's good at a good level. I'm gonna stick that in our little trash box there. So if you look, I don't know if you can see. So it's got a pretty good, decent level. We put the, hopefully, let me just top it off to here. just to kind of right to there, and then we'll put the cap back on. Let me see, where does the cap go down in there? Oh yeah, right to that lip. Duh. Okay, let me top it off and then we'll get it started and see what it does. Also too is there's the heater also kind of needs to be what you call it, the heater pump also kind of needs to be all right, that might be a little too much. Let's see. Try to get some of that out. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little too much in there. I'm gonna take some of this out, or just let it drain actually. Down there. I'm gonna cap this off, and then I'm gonna let it run. I'll soak a little bit of this up. Just to right before it was at the rim where the where the cap sits. There we go. Now we can kind of start it.